You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the ending of the Steelers season against the Bills, and, well, Roger Goodell and the NFL got exactly what they so desperately wanted, which was to get the Chiefs and the Bills together in a playoff game. They know that's going to grab a lot of ratings. It's their two poster boys at quarterback, and they've got them in there to play in a game come hell or high water. George Pickens has come out and blasted the refs. I certainly thought there were a couple of different plays in which defenders on the Bills team could have been called for either pass interference or defensive holding or something against the Steelers yesterday, and George Pickens has come out and blasted the NFL and blasted the referees after that game. I thought the Steelers did the best they could under the circumstances, and I will still argue that if they'd have played this game on Sunday when they were supposed to, I just feel like the momentum was going in the direction of the Steelers, but I tend to believe the delay may have hurt the Steelers. I don't know that. And this causes a lot of issues involving Mike Tomlin, because there was a very jarring moment after that game was over where he was asked about his future, and it didn't go like I think the person that asked the question thought it was going to, because Mike Tomlin was like, "We're done here," without saying we're done here. Here we go.
Anyone?
Mike, you have a year left on your contract.
Yeah, so this has went viral. 7.7 million views of Mike Tomlin walking out of the press conference, and I'm not sure the question was halfway out of the reporter's mouth. "Hey, Mike, you've got a year left on your..." Bloop, he's gone. And, of course, Steelers fans have been very concerned ever since Florio dropped that bomb. Believe it was last week. A report from Mike Florio's Pro Football Talk says Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin will decide his future with his family after the season-ending loss to Buffalo on Monday. Quote, "This year is a unique situation for Mike Tomlin for the first time ever. He's entering the last year of his contract, never done that before. He has some things to think about." There's a lot of news out there surrounding, or a lot of fire, I guess I should say, surrounding, I guess his wife really loves L.A. The Chargers have an opening right now. A lot of people think he might even take a year off, do the Sean Payton thing, go into TV, come back. You never know, but this is going to have bigger implications. And we'll get to George Pickens in a minute, what he said about the refs. Cameron Hayward has come out now, and he has made some comments that would lead you to believe maybe he might just retire himself if Mike Tomlin decides he's done. And I didn't, I don't know that anybody thought about the byproduct of Tomlin retiring would be players might start either wanting out or just deciding to hang it up. Mike Tomlin walked off the podium before sharing any thoughts about having 1 year left on his contract with the Steelers. It's the first time Tomlin has gotten to the point that without receiving an extension from the team that has opened the door to speculation about a possible departure after 17 seasons in Pittsburgh. Defensive lineman Cameron Hayward has been around for 13 of those seasons, and he's been contemplating his own future on the football field. He said on Monday that he wants to keep playing, quote, in his heart, but acknowledged the mounting aches and pains make it tougher to get back on the field. He also indicated that it would be even more difficult if Tomlin wasn't on the sideline. Quote, every player wouldn't be anything without Mike T., Hayward said via the team's website. This group would not function to get to a playoff berth without Mike T. He keeps us accountable from top to bottom, and I don't want to play for any other coach. PFT reported that the Steelers want Tomlin back with an extension But it's up to Mike. He's got everybody now waiting to see what's going to happen going forward. So there's going to be some drama, all right? There's going to be some things, and if you're the Steelers, if you're ownership, you're thinking to yourself, well, can you not wait too long? Because there are some really good coaches out there, and some have been saying Mike Vrabel may be watching this Steelers job to see what happens. Because some are saying that Mike Vrabel's a slam dunk if Mike Tomlin decides to go. Another obviously big-name coach that's had some success. So, George Pickens was madder than hell. Steelers wide receiver, this is Fox News, George Pickens was irate during and after the game as his team was eliminated from the playoffs Monday evening in a loss to the Buffalo Bills. Towards the end of the game, Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph tried to target Pickens to extend their last-ditch effort to score. Pickens thought he was held by a Bills defender, but did not get the call. He was seen complaining to the officials and then walked to the sideline and slammed his helmet. Yep, I saw that. Pickens said after the game it was tough to play the Bills and the referees. Woo, he's going to get fined a lot of money. Quote, I'm still stuck on this game right now with the refs. Refs. That's the only thing that's really on my mind when it's blatant. Pickens said via Pittsburgh's Tribune Review. I can, if the ball was contact down the field, go ball, me pushing, him pushing, no call. Big end, he's low hip, diving for the football. We both diving and making a play on the ball. But blatantly grabbing me, question mark? So I guess he's saying if we're both mutually fighting for the ball, great. But instead of that happening, he was blatantly grabbed. You're not going to win a game if you got to play the refs and the Buffalo Bills. He added that he thought the calls were too political on the field. He's getting a massive fine. Keep in mind, you're not even really supposed to say anything about the refs, period. That's the truth, bro. It's the refs. The NFL is political. Put that in a quote. So not only did he say it, he dared Roger. He dared him. He just basically said, look, Roger Goodell, I want you to know I'm saying this. Pickens wrapped up his second season in the NFL with a loss. He had 5 catches for 50 yards, but Buffalo won the game 31-17. Pickens has appeared to be a thorn in the side of the Steelers at times. He was called out for his alleged lack of effort on plays. Mike Tomlin said in December he wanted Pickens to be, quote, more professional in addressing some of his shortcomings to help the process of turning him into a star pass catcher. Before the game, CBS Sports reported Pickens was docked $200,000 by the league and the team over his conduct this season. So he'd been getting fined behind the scenes by both the team and the league. And he's going to get hit with a big one. A big one after this. Keep in mind, the guy's on a rookie contract. You know, he's on a rookie deal. So I don't know where that's going to go, but you can't criticize the refs. But it certainly does raise that issue, and I thought about it as I was watching the game again yesterday. I was like, who exactly do the Bills draw if they win this game? So I go and I bring up the bracket, the playoff bracket, and I was like, oh, there's the bracket right there. So, and I know good and well, look, the NFL would have loved this to have figured out a way to make the AFC Championship game Bills, Chiefs. But the intrigue here is they wanted this to happen and happen this way because now the Chiefs get to go to Buffalo. All right? That game is going to get a gargantuan rating. You got arguably the 2 most popular players in the league. Arguably. I mean, Lamar Jackson, some other guys probably got something to say about that. No telling how big a star Jordan Love's going to be in 3 years if he keeps playing the way he's playing. But the point is, and you get my point, the league gets what they want. They want the Chiefs. They want the Bills in a playoff game somehow, some way. And They've had flies in the ointment from the Bengals in the past and some stepping in and sometimes messing up their plans. I mean, hell, Bengals fans will tell you they believe the game's rigged. I mean, and has been rigged forever. Last several years. This is interesting. It is. I mean, he's going to get nailed. So the Steelers got a ton of drama because you got what's happening with Tomlin. Who could replace Tomlin? Are star players going to retire because of Tomlin? Vrabel being out there makes it interesting too. And then what does Tomlin do? If he was to leave, does he go into TV? Or does he go to a different team? And if you're a team like the Raiders, you're about to give Antonio Pierce that job, probably. But if Mike Tomlin was available, knowing how much his players love him, and you're looking for a player's coach, you wouldn't want to at least interview Mike Tomlin if he was available? There's a lot of teams that would love to interview Jerry Jones, maybe thinking, Mike Tomlin. Hell, maybe Jerry's already contacted Tomlin. Look, make no mistake. That can happen. Absolutely. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Got some Steelers drama incoming right now. Steelers drama's here. Not incoming, it's here. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.